So I came across this video. It was titled Australia in 2025 is absolutely fried. And it got me thinking, it is. It really is. Australia is, honestly, I got to think about this for a second because, I don't know. It's, I was thinking about it. So is it the cost of living that sucks? I mean, I think that's part of it, which I like to complain about a lot. But I think the bigger thing that actually sucks is a lack of community, right? No one gives a shit about anybody anymore. Nobody wants to talk to anybody anymore. Nobody wants to make effort for anybody anymore. Friendships and relationships are expendable, replaceable. No one cares to work towards them. No one cares about each other. It's just weird, right? The society is just weird right now. And ever since the whole, little sniffles that we had back in 2019 or whatever, it hasn't been the same, right? And honestly, it honestly just feels kind of pointless because of that. You can always sit around and blame the cost of living. You can say that the cost of living is too high and that's why everything sucks. But I mean, really, I think it comes down to a lack of community. I think that the lack of community is the whole reason that this country really sucks, because I can deal with the cost of living. But what I find that's harder to deal with is having no community around, no people that really give a shit. I'm not specifically just talking about people who give a shit about me. I mean, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in general, right? No one cares about each other, and I think that that's the main reason why this country really sucks. It's that you don't get a social experience anymore. If let's say you go out to a bar or a club, no one wants to talk to anyone. And the people that are just so weird. And that's why I don't go out to bars and clubs anymore, because they're just really just boring. And yeah, every time I go there, I find myself wondering, why am I here? Why am I surrounded by these degenerates? It kind of always makes me rethink my life. I go there and I just remind myself that I don't want to be like these people, if that makes sense. So that's the only thing that I sort of get out of that. And then I just end up not going for months and months at a time. The only reason I ever go out to a bar or a club is that, somebody has to sort of drag me out, right? But it's so shit, right? This country, it's just, it feels not the same. It doesn't feel the same as it did 5-6 years ago. It doesn't. And to me, it hasn't really felt the same since I don't know, 2013, probably 2012. I don't know. It's just society. I think ever since we bought out smartphones is when things sort of, went downhill. I honestly think that half the reason for people's social anxiety is due to these phones. I went for almost a year without my phone one time. Deliberately, I broke the phone, and then I was like, I don't want to replace it yet. I'm just going to go without a phone. And I did for an entire year, and my social skills skyrocketed, man. My confidence, my ability to talk to people. I didn't feel anxious. I didn't feel, I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't have this feeling that I needed to hide, in a sense. I guess that maybe could have been a bit of social anxiety that just developed over the years. But I found that once I got rid of that phone, that made the world a difference, right? And so I honestly think that the phones are probably the biggest cause for all of this. Even when it comes to friendships and relationships, the phones and the the ability to just, just replace people just like that. It's very easy to do because you've got all these apps at your fingertips with thousands of people that you can replace the people that you've got with. I mean, that's kind of how it is, isn't it now? I mean, people are just replaceable. And so because people feel that way about everyone else, they don't give a shit about building relationships anymore because they think, well, you know what? Well, if you screw up, then I'll just find someone else or I'll just replace you. It's just kind of how it is now. And so there is the lack of community, right? You go out, everyone's depressed, everyone doesn't want to talk to anyone, and it's just miserable, man. Or you go out and you see all these like homeless people on the street, and that's a result of like a failed society, right? It's just sucks, man. And I hate the city for the most part. I hate going to the city. The city just stinks like piss. It's just disgusting. I don't really enjoy going to the city. Like, I don't mind riding the skateboard around the city, but I don't actually like the city. I find the city is just so, I don't know, the vibes in the city are completely off. It just doesn't feel enjoyable being there anymore. And then the exorbitantly high prices are just the tip of the iceberg, really. I mean, like, that's just a part of it. But really, the main issue I find with this country is just a lack of community, and a lack of people that care in general. And I think that kind of just sucks, man. And so that, I think, has made me not want to go out as much as I used to. I don't think it's really to do with getting older. I think it's just to do with the fact that, like I said, there's no community. So, I mean, the whole point of going outside is to be in a community, in a sense, I thought. But, yeah, it's just not the same. It's not the same. And so, yeah, that's all I can sort of think about from that video that I watched. Lack of community sucks. What else? I mean, the cost of living is not going to get better now that there's more tariffs. That kind of sucks. The cost of everything is going to go up because of that. Aluminum and steel is going to, I think 25% tariffs on Australia now. So, you can expect anything that uses those metals to go up. Cost of building a house will go up. So that becomes even more unaffordable for most people. So, having a house is a pipe dream, really. I mean, it is a pipe dream. Nobody really can afford to buy a house. I mean, and we never really had a chance to buy the house because, all the people that got in early purchased them all, and now they're worth what they are now. And that's just that. And I accept that. That's fine. I mean, they had their chance in that market. Now we have our chance in our market, which is like, Bitcoin. A lot of people will miss out on Bitcoin, and that's cool. But I mean, it's here to stay and it's here to keep going up. So, I mean, that's our chance right now. Investing in the right things when it comes to cryptocurrencies. That's our opportunity in this day and age. Property and real estate is missed. That's no longer an opportunity, and you won't make money in it anymore. That's just how it is. I mean, unless you've got a shitload of, upfront capital to, start it off. I mean, good luck. I mean, and most of us just don't. Like, that's the reality. Most of us don't have capital to build and profit on real estate. There's all the gurus will sit there and be like, oh, just borrow from the bank and borrow from other people's money and, leverage that money and, and then use that money to get lots of money and then send your money back to the bank and then, use it as a tax cut, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if it was that simple, I'm sure everyone would be doing it. But the reality is it's not. The bank will not lend to you. They will lend to you based on how much you're making. That is how it is. It's like 6 times your income. So, 6 times, on the higher end average income, in my opinion, average would be like 68 to 70K a year on the high end average. The low end average, I'd say, is about 56 to 58K a year, which is dog shit. So you six times that, I mean, you ain't getting a house. You ain't getting anything to build a house. And, you know, they'll factor in all your costs, you know, all your costs like, what's your rent that you're paying per month? How much do you spend on eating out and all this other shit? It's funny, all the costs that they'll ask you that they won't ask you when it comes to getting a car loan. So it's okay. It's fine to get into bad debt, but if you're trying to get into good debt, yeah, good luck with that. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, that's a pipe dream. Owning a house. I've accepted that I will not own a house, and I don't think I'll even have the chance to own a house. I'm not giving up. I'm just accepting the reality of it. And frankly, I don't think I really want to own a house. I don't really like the idea of being, you know, chained down to debt and, you know, being stuck paying off a monthly payment for the rest of my life, because that means that I'm stuck working in a job that I probably will hate for the rest of my life. And that's like a long life left. I mean, assuming, right? And so I just don't think that buying a house is really beneficial to me in any form. I don't think that I need a house. I don't think that I would be happy if I owned a house. In fact, I've accepted that once rent eventually gets too expensive, I'll probably just go back to living in my van. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. And I think that the future of housing, in a sense, is going to be a lot of the houses on wheels, man. The camper vans and the bus conversions and, you know, all of those things. I think that those are going to be the future of housing. I don't think that people will be buying houses in the future unless they're already filthy rich. I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see how, right? And plus, you know, we keep on bringing more people over, which inflates prices even more. Yeah, good luck with that, man. When it comes to, you know, supply demand, I mean, when you've got low supply and high demand, what happens? Prices go up. And so things become even more unaffordable. So, you know, immigration and everything's not benefiting us at all. None of it is. And these tariffs are just absolutely not going to benefit us, at least in the short term. They won't benefit us at all. So, yeah, I mean, and it kind of sucks because, you know, I really do like Donald Trump, but at the same time, it's like, man, I can't imagine the American people are going to be too happy with the tariffs right now. And that's going to inflate the cost of living even more. I really do hope that the long-term plan for it will, you know, work out for everyone better in the long run. I mean, I know that the countries and everything are in a lot of debt. Yeah, so, you know, a lot of that shit needs to be paid back, which is fair enough. I mean, it's maybe, you know, like I said, you have to walk through the shit to get to the daisies, right? So, yeah, hopefully that works out better in the end for everyone. I do hope. But, yeah, man, like a community sucks, man. Like a community sucks. I don't enjoy my time out as much as I used to. People are not friendly. People barely smile anymore. People barely even acknowledge your fucking existence, man. Right? You know, you say hello to somebody and they look at you like you're weird, or they'll look at you like, "Why are you happy?" Like, dude, like everyone's so. I think it's a mixture of anger as well, anger, depression in society, just general depression and anger. I think it's a lot to do with it. But you know, I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow too. So yeah, this is getting way too long. I can wrap this shit around my neck now, almost. Yeah, it's getting too long, so I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. I'm not sure how I'm going to get it yet, but I might just like get it trimmed up and cleaned up and stuff. I mean, kind of just, it's too hot, man. Like in the summertime. I wasn't meant to get it going this long, but you know, cost average, right? You know, if I'm paying like, I don't know, $70 to get my hair cut, you know, and I got it cut in October last year, right? That was the last time I got my hair cut. So if I wait until now, then what's it? October, November, December, January, February, March. It's like 5 months. So you spread that out over 5 months and your haircuts become a lot cheaper, right? Like what, $15 a month or something like that. So yeah, that's cost averaging in a sense. So yeah, I like to keep those haircut costs low, man. And that's another reason I grew longer hair as well, is because I don't want to have to keep getting fades, dude. Like, Every time I got it, like it lasts for like 2 3 weeks max before it starts looking terrible, and then I got to go back, pay another 20 30 bucks, get the haircut again. And yeah, that's why I just think long hair is better in this sense, because like it's kind of is less maintenance in a sense, and it's less costly, so that's good. But yeah, I'm really not sure how I'm going to get it cut tomorrow. I might maybe just get the same thing, or just I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to at the moment. I finished my car finally. Finished my car, so that's good. Finished that. Took it for a roadworthy. I tried to avoid putting the control arms in, the lower control arms, front lower control arms, I think, for the suspension component. And I thought, you know what, I hope I can get away with this. I hope they won't notice, but yeah, they fucking noticed. So yeah, I had to order some control arms, and so they should be here tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to put them in this week. And yeah, aside from that, everything else on the car passed. Everything else was perfect. He said it's actually probably the best E46 he's driven. He said he hasn't driven one that's in that good condition. I'm like, you know, hard work pays off, right? In that sense. That was satisfying. So I got that almost finished. So I got like a week and a half left. I got to go and take it back in. And then they should be able to tick it off, and then I can go and get it registered finally. And so that's good. And I diagnosed the E39 as well. Water pump. It was straight away. I just started it up. Got it idling nicely. Idle air control valve was just completely stuck, completely jammed. It would not open. I had to stick a screwdriver in it, put a bit of WD-40 and bust it open. And yeah, it was just a control idle air control valve, whatever. And yeah, so I sorted that. Took me like 5 minutes, literally. Fix it up, put it back together. All fixed, all good. Runs nicely. And then I started diagnosing it, chucked some water in the radiator, and just watched for where that leak came from. Let it heat up, and yeah, lo and behold, came straight from the middle of the block. And that to me says water pump. Easy fix. And so that isn't bad. $1,800. And I'm just going to use my old water pump from the E46 that I replaced. I'm just going to chuck it in there because it's the same engine. Interchangeable. So how good's that? So yeah, essentially I'm just fixing that for free. An old mate, you know, that sold me the car, apparently he's a mechanic and he thought it was a radio. Like, how can you be a mechanic and not know that it's a water pump, dude? Like, come on. How? I'm not even a qualified mechanic, and I figured that out within like 2 minutes. Straight away, I figured out water pump. Boom, done. So yeah, that's that. I'm just gonna get that bumper done, chucked back together, and yeah, man. I've been drinking a lot of iced tea lately, so yeah, there's nice iced tea. It's pretty good. This is really good. Jasmine iced tea. So if you want to make jasmine iced tea, I think in one of my other videos I mentioned what jasmine tea I use. It's pretty damn good. Just get a little bit of leaves, chuck it in the bottom, boil the water, put it about that much, clean it up. I do two swishes, like, you know what I mean? Like, clean it up a couple of times, rinse it out, and then put another third amount in, about that much at the bottom, because I use like a big container for it. I just put that much on the bottom, and then I let the leaves open up and all that. Let the leaves open up and all that, right? And then I just chuck in some cold water, and then I've got instant cold tea, and I just chuck it in the fridge. Let it cool down even more. It's really good. Trust me, it's really good. Pro tip, if you're ever going to do iced tea, you want to make sure that this isn't too dark. If this is too dark, it will not taste good. It will taste very bitter. And to take the bitterness away, you need to wash it a couple of times. And it will come out really nice. Trust me on this. It tastes really good. It's like not too sweet, not bitter. Perfect, man. It took me a little bit of a time to figure that out, because I don't go looking up tutorials on how to do tea. I just like learn myself, right? But it took me a little bit of time to figure that shit out, dude. And yeah, I got it, and yeah, now I know how to make it perfectly. So if you ever want icy cold jasmine tea, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. So yeah. So yeah, that's some food for thought, right? Food for thought. Aside from that, yeah, I haven't really had much to talk about lately, man. To tell you the truth. Kind of think though that taking Dexies every day is just probably not that good. Now cue the oh, I told you so, man. You shouldn't be taking meth every day. Well, that's not true. Okay, it's not because of any like bad side effects. I'm not addicted, bro. Like I just took a month off, and I realized during that month that this shit makes me so like asocial. Like I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to answer my phone. I don't want to do nothing except for just game, bro. I just want to sit there and play games all day and do nothing. And, you know, for something that's meant to, you know, help you with the opposite, I think the thing is because, like, you focus on what you want to do. And that's what it does. I think it works as intended, but I think the trick to it is you need to somehow find... I think you need to take it as you're getting into what you're doing to make it work. But the thing is, I think it works fine. However, I don't like the fact that it makes me like so like asocial. And I'm not going to say antisocial, but I'm saying asocial because it's like I don't care about being social. I don't want to be social. I'm not antisocial, okay? But I just find that this types of medication makes me like I don't want to do anything regarding people. I don't want to leave the house, and I kind of don't like that because I like leaving the house. I like doing things. I like seeing my friends, and I like hanging out and doing stuff, right? And I just found during that month that I was not taking anything. I just got so much more shit done. I got my car done. I got everything that I needed to do done. And it's weird because, you know, I'm meant to have ADHD or some shit like that, right? And yet I'm getting more things done without the assistance of pharmaceuticals versus with. So I'm not sure what the go with that is. Maybe I'm just not really using the right thing. Maybe I should give Ritalin a go again. I don't know. But, I don't know. I did start giving Ritalin a go again, and I found that it seems to be a little bit better regarding the asocial aspect side of things, you know what I mean? But, I don't know. I don't know. If you are a person who is thinking about going and getting diagnosed for this shit, and you want to get meds, or you want to get that legal meth, then I'm just going to tell you, friend, that, you know what, it might not really do what you think it's going to do. And I'm kind of figuring that out, and it's been like a year later. And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of at a loss. Like, I'm kind of at a loss, man. Like, do I just stop taking this shit altogether? But then what? I don't know. Because then I'm just tired all the time. So the reason I really like to only take this stuff is that it stops me from being tired all the time. It stops me from feeling sluggish and drowsy, and that's just how I am on a daily basis, and that's where the lack of motivation comes from and the lack of wanting to just do things, because it's like you feel so tired all the time for no reasons. Oh, well, get better sleep. Why don't you just go to sleep earlier? Oh, you just need to have a purpose. Oh, you just need to, you need to set some goals. Well, you know what? You don't think I fucking done that, dude? Like, come on, man. Come on. The whole reason I got diagnosed in the first place is because I wanted to be able to not be tired and sluggish all the time. I don't know. I bet some of you here probably, deal with being tired on a daily basis, and you know what it's like, right? You know what it's like when you are tired, you have no motivation or ability to do anything, really. You can do the bare minimum. I don't know what it is, right? Yeah, I'm tired. I can sit around, play games, no problems. But it's like when it comes to doing more, like, oh yeah, get out, do other stuff, it's hard, dude. It's hard because I have delayed sleep. Because with this fucking bullshit comes delayed sleep and sleeping issues. Ah, yeah, I love sleeping issues, man. Oh, well, you just need to, take some herbs or pray to Jesus. Maybe you'll sleep better. No, no, dude. No, I'm not gonna pray to Jesus. I'm not gonna sleep better if I pray to Jesus. I'm not gonna fucking sleep better if I take herbs, dude. Come on. Like, normies, man, normies. The normies need to fucking get a reality check that not everyone's the same as you, man. Not everyone's the fucking same as you, dude. Holy shit. I'm so sick of normies just coming up and being like, oh, well, man, like, you just need to get a job, or you just need to sleep better, or do all this other stuff. Like, you don't think I know about this shit, dude? You don't think that I've tried already? You don't. Yeah, it's like, y'all just sometimes just assume that we don't know, or that we're too stupid to know this shit, dude. I know this stuff, man. I know. You don't think I've tried to keep a consistent sleeping pattern? Yeah, I can hold one for like 2 weeks, and then it gets to the point where I can't even sleep because it's like I'm too energetic, or like I'm overthinking too much, or I don't know what it is. I just can't sleep, and it sucks. And so that's why my sleeping pattern's always like fucking weird. I don't know. I guess I'll never be normal. Like, I look normal, but I ain't fucking normal. And that's fine. I mean, I don't really want to be normal anyways. Because what is normality really? Like, I just go to my 9 to 5 every day and pretend that life is good and that, everything's fine, and ignore everything around me that's happening that's shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, that sounds like real nice, blissful ignorance right there. Yeah, man. I really am so happy to want to be a norm. No, I don't want to be a fucking normie, dude. I don't want to be fucking normal. I'm happy to be abnormal in a sense, right? I'm happy that I'm not retarded though. I'm glad about that. I mean, that I know of. I mean, I could be. I don't know. I don't think I'm retarded, but I mean, who knows, really, right? I say some stupid shit though, but I don't know, dude. Like, stimulants, man. The only reason I like them is because it just gives me the feeling that I'm awake, and I'm not tired, and I'm not sluggish and drowsy, and so because of that, I'm able to get more things done. So it does have a benefit, but like I said, there's a cost benefit. And the cost benefit is the fucking asocial bullshit that I'm dealing with. I don't want to talk to people, and I hate that. I really don't like it. It also makes it harder to make videos too, because I have no thoughts in my head. It blocks out my creativity, blocks out my thoughts. It makes me good at doing what I'm already doing, but I'm blocked, man. Like, I'm blocked. And so these videos don't get made because I've got no thoughts to express. And that's the whole point of my channel, is to express what I'm thinking. And if I'm not thinking anything, then I can't fucking make videos, right? Which is why I keep saying I'm just going to make more shit posts. I thought about just making a video like, yeah, I'm just, drinking this in like fucking 300 pixel video or some shit. I don't know, dude. Like, just dumb shit like that just to post. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just a deep guy in a sense. I'm pretty deep. Like, that's just me. I'm a deep person. Okay, I think a lot of things. I think a lot about like stuff, right? And yeah, my mind is always thinking about things, and so when my thoughts get blocked off, it's like I've got nothing to make. I've got nothing to create because I don't have the creativity to create things, and so I just disappear. As I do. I'll come back a month later, or come back 10 days later. I don't even know how long it's been since I last posted. I think I just post when I need to post, or post when I want to post. And yeah, it's just very inconsistent. But then again, so is everything else. But whatever. I mean, at least I still post. I haven't stopped. Like I said, I haven't stopped. I haven't given up. I'm not giving up. I enjoy doing this, but it's hard to do it when I don't have anything to talk about. That's my issue. And so, yeah, I'm not taking stimulants at the moment or at this moment. And so here's a video. Ironic, isn't it? People say it can turn them into a zombie, but I don't feel like I'm a zombie. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't. I think it stops the overthinking, and the overthinking creates thoughts because I think about a lot of different things all the time. That's how I'm able to make those videos like this, right? And when I'm not having those thoughts, because that's what the stimulants do. It levels your head and it makes it so that you're not thinking about a million different things all the time and being distracted, because that's what it is. It's distraction. You're thinking and you're distracted, and so you take stimulants so that you're no longer distracted and you can focus on the one thought. And I think that that's the reason that I'm unable to, make heaps of videos, because I don't have those thoughts that I think about to make these videos with. I don't know if that makes sense. I think I make sense. I think I'm making sense. So when I don't take it, I get all those thoughts back, and I get all those things that I'm thinking about back, and then I have things to talk about again, and then so I can make these videos like this. And so yeah, if you're thinking about, getting on stimulants, or if you already are, then, creativity will not be one of the effects of it. A lack of creativity, if anything, will be a side effect from taking stimulants. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. One of those things. But yeah, Australia sucks. Ice-T is great, and I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it took a while. Am I sorry? I don't know if I'm sorry. No, I guess I'm sorry it took a while. I know some of you enjoy watching my shit. Yeah. I'm just gonna drink this tea now. It's really nice. This is really nice. I really have to recommend making some jasmine tea. Iced tea, guys. Iced tea is better than the hot tea, actually. I like hot tea, but man, this is just something else. I like iced tea. It's really good. Iced tea is so nice, right? Man. Feel good right now, though. Feel good right now. I wanted to get those thoughts off my head. Australia, man, I gotta say, it's I think that's why a lot of people like to go overseas. Just one more thing. I think that's why a lot of people like to go overseas, like to Asian countries and stuff like that. Of course, you've got the sex tourists, but then there's the other group of people that like going over there because they feel happy when they're over there. And I think the reason they feel happy over there is because there's a community. Like, people are so happy and friendly, even though they have nothing, but they're so happy and friendly, right? And maybe a lot could be to do with the fact that maybe they just don't have the money to afford, like, all these really awesome smartphones. I don't know. I'm not assuming that that's the case. It could be a part of the reason. I don't know. Or maybe they just don't care about that stuff as much. Or maybe it's just like the way that, their structure in society is. I don't know, dude. But there's just something about going over to these countries that I think must be alluring to people over here, because I think it must be to do with the fact that it just has a better community of people, and people are happy and friendly, and they want to talk to you, and they want to, know you, and over here it's the complete opposite. And I think that that's why people are just sick of Australia for a lot of the reason, aside from the cost of living. So yeah, so I think I'm just gonna sum it up like that. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys in another video. All right, peace out.